There's no need to wait. Again, thank you for giving us your time and your Friday night. We will be brief and we will be thorough. Hey, just real quick, and we'll remind you of this a couple times throughout the meeting, that if you have a question at any point, there's a live chat feature. So feel free to use that. Molly or I will be checking that, and we will answer those questions as they come in. So, hey, here's what I want to start with. I want to just cast a bit of vision and kind of tell you just a little bit of the theme as we go into this weekend. And I want to start by reading what I would call, and I think we would call, our theme verse, and that's Ephesians 4:4-6. Verse 4 says, "There's one body and one spirit, just as you were called to the one hope that belongs to your call, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all." So if you couldn't tell from that verse, our theme is one, and we're going to kind of key in on three huge ideas: one God, one family, and one mission. And here's what's especially neat about our theme in the context of Chi Alpha is that we have over 50 schools represented coming to Chi Alpha. And these kids naturally, there's not a ton of unifying factors for a student ministry when you draw from 50 different schools. And so for this weekend, our hope and prayer is that as a ministry, we unify on the most important unifying factor of all, and that's that we worship one God, we are one family, and we are sent on one mission. Now, here's the cool part, and we're not just saying this because we're in a host home meeting, but you, as host homes, have an unbelievably huge role in us accomplishing that mission. So let me start off and say thank you for the gift of hospitality. And I think in Scripture, we see that Christ exhibits hospitality. And real quick, the definition, according to Google, of hospitality is the friendly and generous reception and entertainment of guests, visitors, or strangers. And if you think about it, that's exactly what you as a host home are agreeing to do. You are opening your home so that students can be cared for, they can be welcomed, and most importantly, they can be transformed by the gospel. 1 Peter 4:9-10 says, "Show hospitality to one another without grumbling." You can grumble if they're loud, though. It's okay. "As each has received a gift, use it to serve one another as good stewards of God's grace." So you are hospitable, and we are grateful for that. And again, your role in this weekend is to facilitate as a host home. You will be the facilitators. Well, I don't want to say the facilitators because, of course, you'll have leaders doing that. But you will open your home to having gospel conversations facilitated in your living room or wherever your group decides to meet. So thank you for that. Thank you for your hospitality. Thank you for your friendly and generous reception of guests, visitors, and strangers. So we're grateful for you. And we know that this is no small feat and that this is a huge thing that you are agreeing to do. And we have no Chi Alpha without host homes, without students to go and have a place. So thank you for providing that place.
Absolutely. So we love to think through some fun host home stories from the past. One that I've heard was some gentlemen got into a pool in the middle of February, and some ladies have been known to do that. Today, actually, Karen Probasco posted a video of some girls. They made a wonderful music video, and Peyton, at the end, Peyton Esparza did a belly flop into the pool. Pierce, do you have any fun stories?
Yeah, so I want to draw from my own archive. This was my sophomore year, and this is going to date me a bit, but the great Chris Havard had literally just started his tenure at the Heights. And my group was over there, and like any good host home back then, I'm sure this won't happen today, as sophomore guys, a wrestling match broke out. And being a new homeowner, he had mostly new furniture. And someone, I forget who it was body slammed onto his ottoman and completely just shattered the ottoman.
Oh.
I mean, all four legs broke in. And to this day, Chris Havard still hangs that over my head that me and my fellow sophomore peers were responsible for the destruction of his brand new ottoman. He still hasn't gotten over it, so it's kind of weird.
We promise that won't happen at your home.
No, it definitely won't. It definitely won't. Not under the Bo and Bahena era. None of that.
Oh, absolutely. So you've gotten a couple of emails this week from Bo with different responsibilities and expectations for host homes. And on that email, there was a specific document called host home responsibilities. And we wanted to hit on a few points of that. If you have your email open and you want to pull it open, that'd be great. I'm not going to go over all of these because you're big people and you can read, but we do ask that you read through all of them just so we're on the same page of expectations. But a couple of important things. One is Chi Alpha itself kicks off on Thursday night. So that's this coming Thursday. Check-in will begin at 6:30 p.m. And so we ask that one of you can both come, but at least one representative from your home comes to Thursday night check-in at 6 p.m. and meets us in the gym and sits at the table that has your home's name on it. And the reason behind this is we want students to come in. It can be kind of overwhelming for a lot of students to be going to a stranger's home and spending the weekend with people that they may not know very well. And so we want them to see from the get-go your face and that you are a hospitable and warm person who's inviting them into your home for the weekend. And Thursday night is a blast. We have some really fun games planned. They even have to sign a consent form to participate in the big game this year, so you don't want to miss out. So yeah, that's Thursday night, and you'll probably need to stay until about 7:30, but if you want to see all the fun, it lasts until 8:30. Yeah. And then the next expectation we wanted to hit on is Friday night. So students Thursday night will go home, go to school Friday, and then they come back around 6:30 p.m. for check-in on Friday night. And that's when they bring their luggage and they'll be coming to your home that night. And we give each student a wristband to put on their luggage as a luggage tag that has your home's name on it. And John Wills and the greatness of him and his luggage team, they come and they load up all the luggage into their vehicles. You don't even have to worry about getting everyone's stuff, especially if you have girls. They have a ton of stuff to your house. John Wills takes care of that with his guys. And so all we need from you on Friday night is for one of you to be at your home at 7:15 p.m. until about 8:30, 8:45. And so just to make sure that someone's there to receive your luggage for all of your students so it can be there when they get there later on that evening. And then the other expectation of you on Friday night is to come back to the church at 9:15 if you hadn't already come already. Be there at 9:15 ready to load up your students and your leader to come back home with you for the evening to spend the night. So that's Friday night. If you have any questions, feel free as I'm talking to be posting any questions that you have in the chat. And then one last expectation is number 7 on the list that we wanted to hit on, and that's talking about transportation throughout the weekend. So as a part of our expectation for you as host homes is we really need your help transporting students and their college leader back and forth to the church and to Saturday activities. And we'll talk about that more in a few minutes. But we've contacted quite a few of you today about finding help to come and transport alongside you, because not all of you are able to have 12 students fit in your car. I don't know many that are. But some people are able for both spouses to be there and to drive all weekend. And some people we know that you have crazy busy weekend, and so we've already been on the phone trying to coordinate that. But yeah, if you have a friend or someone in your neighborhood that would be willing to help you drive and transport students to and from different things throughout the weekend, definitely let us know about that so that we can help make sure everyone is covered throughout the weekend. And if you need a little more specifics about what times that transportation is going to happen, you can go on our website. And I think it's also in the email that Bo sent under the events page on our website. There's a transportation schedule that has in bold red letters what time you need to pick up for each part of the weekend. So do we have any questions that are going on here? BK is not going to grumble. Wow, we'll hold you to that. If you have any questions, please remember to just comment them on here. And so now we want to look at the Saturday schedule really quick and hit on a few key points of that. So Saturday is going to be our most filled day. It's our one full day of Chi Alpha, so we try and pack a lot in there. And so we've made a few tweaks to the schedule. If you've been a part of Chi Alpha in the past, it's going to look a little bit different on Saturday morning this year. So an expectation for you Saturday morning is to provide breakfast for your students. And it doesn't have to be super involved. It can be just as simple as cereal or donuts, or you can go all out and cook eggs and bacon and pancakes. It's completely up to you, as long as students have a meal in their belly and are able to make it till lunchtime. That is our biggest expectation and ask of you there. So our group session on Saturday morning will start at 10:45, and we will go until about 11:45, 11:50. And then Saturday, we would love for you to be as much a part of everything that's going on as you are able to be a part. This includes meals like lunch and dinner. It means if you're a junior high host home, going to hang out with your kids at rec and help out and play. Yeah, it's at Creekside Baptist Church, which is going to be really cool. So we'll need your help transporting students there if you have a junior high group. And then if you're a high school host home, we are going to have high schoolers at either Taroko Springs Apartment Complex or La Mirada Apartment Complex, and they're going to be putting on a gospel-centered kids festival there. And so we would love for you to come and be a part of that afternoon activity. And then on Saturday night, also, we welcome you back to come and eat dinner. We're going to have Fuddruckers, burgers, and hot dogs, and it's going to be delicious. And then we're going to have our last big session together, which will be starting at about, I think, at 8 p.m. on Saturday night. And then we'll need you to help transport students back to your home around 9:15. And then Sunday morning, you come back. You don't have to feed them breakfast. They just come back to the church at about 8:45. We have donuts provided, and we'd love to invite you to stay with us in the gym as we have a big morning celebrating all that God's done through Chi Alpha together. So yeah, and make sure if you're going to join us for lunch or dinner on Saturday, please check out Bo's email that has the RSVP for those meals so that we can include you in the head count for that. So any questions so far? We just got some emojis.
Yeah, we've got a lot of emojis from Brad.
Bacon and egg emojis. I love it.
Snyder's house is eating.
Does that mean the Snyder's is eating bacon and eggs?
Nice.
That's the real question.
And hosting staff. Thank you. Oh, that's very generous.
We usually go to Waffle House, but that sounds way better.
Yeah, we'll take that. Well, we'll give you guys a few minutes if you think of any questions. But again, we are incredibly grateful for you. Bo is a little bit under the weather right now, so that's why he couldn't be a part of this live stream, but he sends his love.
Much love.
Much love, much love.
He's even wearing the same shirt as us, too.
He is, he is. We're
all in the family.
Triplet team.
Great minds think alike.
Sometimes. Sometimes.
Usually.
I'm pretty excited about our shirts for this year, matter of fact.
Yeah, you all get a shirt as a host home participant, so be looking forward to that. They're pretty sharp. BK just sends lots of love. So.
Yep. All right. Well, last chance for questions. But not really. You guys, if you think of a question after this video, maybe as soon as we stop broadcasting, something comes to mind, no problem. Just shoot Molly, Bo, or myself an email, and we will be glad to assist you with that. Maybe you like host home meetings so much you want to tune in again on Sunday night. We totally welcome you to double dip on host home meetings. We love it when you guys do that.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would. But hey, lastly, as we kind of wrap our time up, here's what we want to challenge you with. If you're in a place, especially with your family, even if you've got kiddos that aren't involved with Chi Alpha, grab them and would you pray for the weekend? Just right where you are right now, and pray over your house. If maybe you know that they're going to be meeting in a specific room, I maybe even invite you to go to that room and really simply pray over that room. Pray that it is a place where the gospel is presented clearly, where the Spirit is heavy and rich, and where God just does miraculous things through the conversations that will be happening in your home and in those spaces. So we challenge you to do that. We're praying alongside you, and we are praying for you. And again, just to reiterate, thank you for your gift of hospitality, and we are so grateful for you. There's no Chi Alpha without you. So thank you in advance, and we look forward to seeing what God does through your ministry. Signing off.